And we have one heat to complete the second round. Bede Durbidge taking on Wiggolly Dantas. Bede competing here in France for the last time. And it's the first time these two have met in competition head-to-head. Should be a good battle. Wiggolly, he looked really good over there at Trestles, despite the fact he didn't collect a big result, Pete.
Well, Bede getting the first attempt underway, and again, he's probably got one of the best heat strategies throughout each and every one of these venues on tour. So well studied and a ton of experience. Earns himself a 3.33.
Wiggolly up. This is live action. Belts that first section. And again, gets more to work with. So a nice open face. And Wiggolly should win that opening exchange. 26.5 minutes to go. Wiggolly, this has been a tough event for him over the years.
Well, it's interesting because, you know, he knows how to barrel ride very, very well. Take a look at this first section. Beautiful backhand hook right there in that steep little moment. And then a car for mid-range score.
Just a 4.1 for the Brazilian. Bede Durbidge not too far behind with a 3.33. No victory though. Lost out to Fanning here in 2009 and Medina in 2015. Missed the event last year. Wiggolly's up once again. Another reasonably good start. 2 away for the Brazilian. But again, he finds one that just fades away. Bede on the outside now. A big swoop off the top. Let's see what he can do with the finish. Clicks nicely on the end section.
Doesn't it feel like Bede has a little bit more mobility through the hip? I mean, he should be like literally stiffer. I mean, considering what the injury was to his pelvis.
The last couple of events have been tough for Kai Belly. He hasn't been out of this second round, so extremely buzzed there to get to the third round. And you look at where he's sitting on the ratings, an important heat for him. Wiggolly Dantas up there, just one move, but Bede Durbidge locking in a solid score for his last ride, a 7.33. Oh, we saw what he was able to do with John Florence last season. 21 minutes to go. Bede Durbidge out there having a look. A 7.33 in his last wave, and the opportunity to go much further ahead. But he gets caught behind. And Bede just riding this one through to the inside. Taking a gamble maybe on this wave reforming. It doesn't look like it's going to do that, so just on 20.5 minutes to go, he'll get out of there. Joining us right now, the head judge, Richie Porter. Rich, some very close heat.
Hey, Rich, in regards to looking at today when you wake up and you're talking to the panel, I mean, do you start to go, hey, there's some barrels out there, let's look at that as something that's going to be the higher scores, or is there a maneuver? I mean, what's the conversation like?
Yeah, we watch everything, and this beach in particular is a tricky one, because the moment you're starting to see the barrels down to the south, you think, oh, let's go there and surf a heat there, and then by the time you decide to do that, it's shut down again and the waves are better on the bank. So, but we are aware, and you know, there's some of these barrels that are coming through are amazing. So if you get one, for sure they're going to score really well. But then having said that, you still get really good scores by doing some big turns and some airs, and it's a pretty good wave out the front also.
Rich, you've got a section here that breaks right on the sand, and it can really stand up and sometimes have the same wave height as a wave out the back.
And you can get a number there, and it's a little bit more consistent in that zone. There seems to be a lot more focus of the waves to that area.
Here we go. Bede Durbidge up once again. Nice little cut down snap. Going to the carving 360. Bede's executed plenty of those over the years, but didn't get it right that time. The wave was a little flat. I guess maybe the best example of great surfing being rewarded and not necessarily the wave being rewarded was yesterday in the first round, where Italo turned in a huge score for a move executed right near the sand. You don't necessarily have to do that big turn. I guess on
a dark horse, I guess you could say, right? I mean, trying to find the right adjective for that, but he wasn't one of those stars that came, you know, from the youth. I mean, yeah, he had a pretty stellar junior career, but it wasn't someone you're like, oh gosh, Bede's going to come onto this tour and you know, start winning events, but he came on very strong and was making a lot of heats against some big names.
I dare you to say something bad about him.
Oh, I can't.
No, I dare you.
Oh, meaning what? Is he going to come after me? I don't even think Bede will even come after me.
No, he wouldn't, but no one has a bad word to say about Bede Durbidge. He's, you know, obviously gone through his career.
Don't dare me, Ronnie. I'm pretty, you know, brave sometimes.
In fine style, the ultimate sportsman.
There's still heaps to swell and conditions are amazing, so we'll keep going.
I love it. We've got so much to look forward to. We will be getting into round number 3. And Ronnie, take it away for more live action.
Thank you, Rosie. Bede Durbidge up once again, a 4.27 on his last wave. This one looks even a little bit better as he gets a big finish on the inside, Pete. Should be definitely increasing his heat score total with that one.
So solid Bede is, you know, and he just looks like he can do no wrong.
What's your favourite moment from Bede's career, looking back?
I think his Trestles win was one that I think in a wave like Trestles, as we watch this replay here of the 5.67, you know, I think that was one that kind of came out of nowhere. He beat Slater in that final, so it's you know, it was a big win, and you know, and I think it was just a great moment in his career. You know, beating Slater in his peak at a place that was high performance and it was unexpected. I also got to witness him win his Pipe Masters. It was not the best of pipeline. As a matter of fact, it was off the wall. But I think that was a moment for him. Anytime his big wins, those are two moments that were distinct with me, most likely because I was there to witness it. But also, I think, you know, for his career, those are defining moments.
Definitely. Yeah, I think just the comeback for me is pretty miraculous.
Yeah,
you know, that injury, we were all there.
I think it's pumping down in front of our house. If it was just A-frame stand-up barrels yesterday, I was tripping out, just like, oh my God, it's insane. And watching everyone yesterday was fun. So yeah, fired up for Portugal. Hopefully get some waves and look forward to getting a little redemption.
And I like that confidence, actually. You know, I think that was a pretty unlucky heat for Connor, but Bede Durbidge during the interview found this little tunnel. Doesn't look like this one's going to go in the top 2, Pete, but an enjoyable ride.
Yeah, it's a nice chute. Yeah, it was good. It was just straight, hold the wall and enjoy the ride. Again, it's not going to be a huge score, and the main reason being is that it's a smaller wave. You saw the nose of the surfboard throughout the entire ride, so he wasn't very deep. It was long.
This one coming to a close. Bede Durbidge on his final lap around the schedule is into the 3rd round here at the Quiksilver Pro France.